everybody, it's Kelly Donahue Piro here with another 3-minute video, and this is on how to absolutely desecrate and destroy your agency's retention. Who doesn't want to have a video on that, right? Of course you do. Now, there's one way that we can all fix and become really a whole lot better at, and that is one, getting back to people when we say we are going to. And I know this seems like common sense, and I'm sure everybody watching out here tries the best that they can. But the reality is you can destroy trust, you destroy goodwill, and you make the client feel so unimportant. So if you say you're going to do something on Monday and you don't get back to them Tuesday without checking in, that's a huge, huge problem. And in insurance, we have to be the better alternative. That is not making us the better alternative. So a couple things that you need to be doing to make sure this happens. One, there are going to be times where you can't meet expectations. I understand that no one's perfect, and this is insurance. It's like running an insurance obstacle course every minute of the day. And you're dependent on underwriters or producers or the client to get us some things sometimes. But here's something we should all think about. All you have to do is stop and update the person. It takes 2 seconds. In today's world, it's even easier because you don't have to call them. You could email them or text them. And so one thing you have to do is reset expectations. Next, I've gone over this a million times, but I'm going to say it again because it deserves to be heard. We should not be working off of our email. We should be working off of our management system. And when we have an open task or to do or suspense in our system, the most critical thing that we need to be doing is putting that in its place. And so saying, hey, I owe this on this day. And before you leave or towards the end of the day, if you haven't gotten to it or you're waiting on something, just update the client. But if it's out of sight, out of mind, you have a problem. If you're waiting on an underwriter and you forget to put a task in, great news, that client's sitting around. The last tip I'm going to give you is that give yourself time when setting expectations. I think sometimes we all are too optimistic about how our time works. And what I really want to do is focus on instead sitting here and saying, hey guys, let's take this on and let's say, if you think you get to a Tuesday, tell somebody Wednesday. You're only going to delight them at that point. So this is the number one thing that I know is destroying agencies' retention. And sometimes it's not our fault. I'll give you one bonus tip too. There are going to be times when they're out of the office as an emergency. In those situations, somebody needs to step in and communicate to the client and reset expectations. The client doesn't know that that person's out. They're just thinking they're getting XYZ today. So just make sure that you have a plan and a process for that so that no matter what, your agency's being ridiculously amazing. And don't forget, we're launching a new podcast in January. It's going to launch January 1st, where we interview ridiculously amazing agents on how they've used some of our services and programs. We're moving our 3-minute videos January 1st. We're not going to email you daily, but we are going to post them daily on YouTube, social media, and our blog. And we're going to send you via email a weekly recap, as well as we're going to do a podcast mashup. So if you prefer to listen, you'll have that opportunity. So make sure, go find the Ridiculously Amazing Agent podcast. We have a new website coming. And if you want to work with us, I highly recommend you reach out now because we're going to be changing our programs come 2021 into a 2-year all-intensive. Where we're going to have 20 agencies come with us to be ridiculously amazing. We do have some of our other programs for existing clients as one-offs, and we do have our online school as well. So want to make sure that you get in. You can lock in your contract this year, pay this year's pricing, and use it anytime next year. So it's worth a phone call if it's been on your mind. Anyway, have a great week, and we will see you tomorrow.